for them too. And they've got Fulham at home next, then they go to Sheffield United, which is a big Yorkshire derby, Manchester City, and then Wolves. Not easy.
Said examining fixture list, but as a newly promoted club, they always say at every club, when the fixtures come out, you have that initial rush of excitement, and then you calm down and look down the list, and you think, well, where are the points coming from? Because they all look so horribly tough. Sheffield United is a special one for Leeds. There's a great intra-Yorkshire rivalry there. And part of what has hurt for Leeds over the course of the last 16 years has been seeing Sheffield United have their turn in the Premier League, Huddersfield Town having their turn in the Premier League. Leeds consider themselves Yorkshire's #1 club. And now they have a chance perhaps to be that again. And if anyone can, he can. Click, away by Dallas, back by Gomez, nicked on by Keita, held by Mane for Firmino. Keita again, here's Salah. Rolled behind Firmino, sweet little touch for Keita. And now Roberto Firmino has come all the way through to Wijnaldum. Meslier made a block on the line and fell on the ball.
He has so much time, Wijnaldum, you just wonder, can he not take a second longer to make sure he picks a spot that will get past the line of Leeds defenders and goalkeeper on the line. And it's a good save from Meslier, but he could have lifted this, Wijnaldum, and probably found the back of the net. And very good chance for Liverpool to make it 4-2.
Sure, it's second of the day for that young man. Excellent in parts.
He's brilliant with the ball at his feet. He's a lefty, and he's very, very assured in playing out from the back. They all have to be nowadays.
Healing's back pass has interested Salah. Meslier got there in the nick of time.
Salah wasn't going near that when he saw the goalkeeper committing himself to winning it.
Under 20 international. He came through at Lorient, now a full-time Leeds employee after a season on loan. Garcia was the established #1. Garcia made his debut for Leeds in the Cup at Arsenal. Built from there. Here's Bamford for Leeds. Ealing is up ahead of him. Bamford's had a hit. It's come back to Aldo Costa. He couldn't fiddle it inside of Robertson.
It's too weak. And it was a mistake by Sadio Mane, and he'll be breathing a little easier. Sloppy when he gave away in midfield.
Tells you everything you need to know about Leeds, that Luke Ayling, their right full back, was effectively the centre forward then.
I watched the game last season, and I couldn't tell you whether Stuart Dallas was playing left back or right midfield.
Here's Aldo Costa from right midfield, taking on Robertson, weaving and wriggling. Finding too many bollards in his path.
What are you going to say now? Because I mentioned that you're going to say, well, you're a hopeless analyst. But honestly, it was bonkers. He was just popping up all over the place, and it was hard to nail down a position for him.
For Liverpool, by the way, and Jurgen Klopp. They go to Chelsea next weekend, and then
last season, they need to hit the because Manchester City certainly will come again. And we know Chelsea have made the signings. Manchester United, everybody is searching for a higher place. Koch, easily seen by Robertson. Touched on by Wijnaldum. Mane has
way. Henderson. Driven up towards Alexander-Arnold. Leapt with Harrison. Harrison got a touch. Off the top of that bun. Strike nudges it behind, fearful of Salah's presence.
He'd love another, wouldn't he, Van Dijk, just to banish that memory.
A flick at the near post.
Yeah, well, he's the lively one. He obviously still has eyes on a hat-trick.
Alexander-Arnold to deliver again. Hernandez, the one-man Leeds wall. Alexander-Arnold with greater depth, and Van Dijk with another of his trademark leaps.
Yeah, this time Cook was able to stay with him and not be blocked. But he did just enough.
Bitten up by Keita, moved on by Salah. Well read that time by Koch, but he's lost it again to Firmino. Meslier is glad to wrap it up.
Well, what a sequence of errors. Meslier started it all off, and then Koch looked as if he could tidy it up, and then gave it away again. And Liverpool should have punished them more.
Phillips robbed by Henderson. Henderson for Salah. Salah for Firmino. Salah again. In went Henderson. Out came Harrison. On by Click. Muscled over by Gomez.
Yeah, the worry now in the second half is that Leeds are getting detached, because that attacking quintet that I referred to earlier on is stretched well away now from that defence, and indeed Calvin Phillips. And Calvin Phillips is making the point, and he's trying to urge one or two to kind of get tucked in around him more.
Leeds were last promoted into the top flight under Howard Wilkinson in 1990. Jim was part of that team. They finished fourth in their first season. They were champions the next. The last pre-Premier League champions. Previous top flight spell lasted 14 seasons, during which they won that title. They won a League Cup, or they reached a League Cup final in 1996. They reached a Champions League semi-final in 2001 under David O'Leary.
The League Cup final, was that Aston Villa?
Aston Villa, Dwight York won that game for Villa.
It's unlucky. That's some lovely one-touch football that they like to play, but didn't quite come off.
Since relegation, his is the 16th different name on the manager's door in 16 years. Blackwell, Carver, Wise, McAllister, Grayson, Redfern, Warner, McDermott, Hockaday, Milanic, Rosler, Evans, Monk, Christensen, Heckingbottom, and then Bielsa.
Took them from being an average championship side or a mid-table championship side to being extremely good.
So they went down under the management of Eddie Gray, a great Leeds United winger of years gone by, the vintage years of the 60s and 70s. Nobody blamed Eddie for that disappearance into the underworld. These two great legends to be blamed for anything. Here is Click. And anyway, the club was chaotic at that time. Gomez got across.
Yeah, and he needed all his pace then to do so, Joe Gomez. But again, Peter, as we suggested at the start of the second half, that Leeds are not backing off here. They're still trying to play their football and looking for the gaps. And it looks like Fabinho's coming on, and Jurgen Klopp maybe has some concern because of that.
Salah, dispossessed by Strout, touch for Calvin Phillips. Interesting to see Phillips in juxtaposition with Jordan Henderson. I guess over the coming years, Phillips will have an eye on Henderson's England jersey. Harrison's dashing onto this, the flag has stayed down. Harrison beyond the goalkeeper, and Alexander Arnold can't keep it out. The flag is up now though. Is what referees' assistants have been instructed to do, to wait their moment just in case.
Yeah, and it looks correct. It looks as if he is offside. But yeah, you've confirmed it, Peter, that the assistants are going to wait. And I think having gotten that position, Alexander Arnold will be very pleased to have heard the whistle go.
I can't keep it out. He thumped it in, but it counted for nothing. And Keita has given way to Fabinho.
Yeah, Fabinho goes into the Henderson deeper position. Henderson takes up the Keita position.
Last time Liverpool were defending champions, they began with a 3-1 win against newly promoted Sheffield United. Sheffield United, who in a Yorkshire double had come up with Leeds that summer. They were helped on their way by the fact that that opening day Sheffield United had their goalkeeper Simon Tracy sent off. Or rather carried off after breaking his cheekbone a quarter of an hour in. Defender John Pemberton had to go in goal. Sub-goalkeepers in those days, in by Henderson. Picked off by Merrill. That season as defending champions, Liverpool did win their first 8 league games. Still ended the season in second place, 7 points behind Arsenal.
He doesn't half spray it well, doesn't he, Phillips?
Beautiful spread from Phillips to Ayling. Let one get away. Salah. Fed forward for Mane. Klopp's going to have to be strong here. He just about had enough about him. His clearance came to Wijnaldum. And now Salah against Koch. Robertson. Salah. Henderson. Fabinho. Mane. Robertson. Not a problem for Mane.
Robertson wanted to try and just pull that back a little bit more. He didn't quite intend to try for goal, as it looked.
An hour in, nearly half an hour without a goal. Click. But on that subject, Leeds are about to make 2 attacking substitutions. We're going to see a debut for Rodrigo. We're also going to see young Tyler Roberts, who is another very exciting prospect. Next time, here's Harrison. Dallas. Hernandez. Dallas, he's got away from Fabinho. Alisson plunged and did enough. Fabinho clear. Firmino. Rattled beyond Salah for Mane. Mane for Salah. Salah for Mane, who lifts it over.
Brilliant until that last moment. The way
Spanish international striker who this week last year was scoring a Champions League goal for Valencia at Chelsea. He was involved for his national team just last weekend. One back for Firmino. Fabinho alongside. Here's Mo Salah, showed a bit too much of it.
Yeah, and I just wonder, they're concerned on the Leeds bench now about Calvin Phillips. Looks as if he's tiring. Maybe, the whole England thing, maybe emotionally it's just drained them a little bit and fatigue is setting in.
Liverpool were preparing Curtis Jones to come on. Curtis Jones to come on. Alexander-Arnold's take. Manuel palmed it out. Lifted wide again by Gomez. Lifted in by Alexander-Arnold. Repelled by Click. Back in by Robertson. Dallas comes to meet Salah. And leaves him no room in which to manoeuvre.
I think Salah felt he was nudged, and he's not going to get the free kick he was hoping for.
Harrison, Roberts. Alexander-Arnold made good his ground. Wilson made good his clearance. On by Koch. Costa couldn't manoeuvre. Robertson's hit it early. Too early for Marno.
Yeah, Curtis Jones is about to come on for Jordan Henderson, who will obviously need to be managed, I think, on being reintroduced.
Klopp said in his pre-match interview, we're not sure he can do the full 90.
Yeah. Well, I think we're seeing that now. But I think Curtis Jones is in this position, Peter, because pretty much everything he did when he entered the first team last season was quite good.
One of the explanations for Liverpool choosing not to go big in the transfer market, at least to this point this summer, has been that Jurgen Klopp doesn't want to block the path of some very good young players coming through who he believes are perfectly capable in their own right of inheriting first team jerseys. Shot.
Yeah, Harrison not best pleased with that. He's put a lot of work into the game today. Harrison, of course, scored Leeds' first goal as well, which is a lovely finish.
So for now, that's it for the skipper. It's 65 minutes more than many were led to believe he would be able to give for the team today. Click. On Costa. Aimed in for Click. 3-3! Never mind, Leeds are coming back. Leeds are not going away. And that is a super finish. And this is a super game. And boy, they're welcome back. They are very welcome back. And 3 times on the night they have come back.
It's another example of bravery. Yes, Liverpool give the ball away at the throw-in, but just watch the amount of numbers that get into the Liverpool box. Watch them all go. Click was involved in feeding it out to Helder Costa. It came back to him. How tidy is the first touch, by the way? This is absolutely brilliant, the way he controls it. And he just sets it up then to get the volley away, and Alisson can do little about that. And this is just tremendous by Leeds. To come into the Premier League, to come to the home of the champions, and to keep coming like that. Incredible.
Matthias Click, who scored for Leeds this weekend last year in a 2-0 win at Barnsley, has just got a 3-3 equaliser at the home of the champions. Polish international played the full 90 minutes of a defeat in Holland last weekend, and the last 20 or so a victory against Bosnia and Herzegovina. On Premier League debut has hit that as pure as you like. We have a quarter of the game to play, and it is right up for grabs. Mane, Salah, Mane. Relevant, may I just remind you of the oft-repeated fact which grows week on week and came up every time we visited this ground last season. Liverpool are now 59 Premier League home games unbeaten. Nobody has beaten them here since Crystal Palace, Sam Allardyce's Crystal Palace in April of 2017.
You mentioned the last home game at the end of last season, Chelsea. Yeah, it's a bit like back to when Jurgen Klopp first arrived at Liverpool, and they were goal traders.
Gomez.
And look at that, Peter, second half. Leeds almost 2/3 of the possession. That's very, very impressive.
Terrific. There'll be, I suppose there always are, there'll be cynics who, after this, whatever the outcome of this game, will say, can Leeds do that 37 more times?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it were to stay like this, I think Liverpool fans would start going on about imports.
Salah. Against Hop again. Rodrigo lost it to Fabinho. Curtis Jones, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Away as far as Firmino.
Coker's got to communicate there as he goes towards Luke Ayling.
Just a slightly worrying moment here because Michael Oliver stopped the game with a degree of urgency as Ayling hit the turf. I think he just got a bang on the head while he was obliged to do that.
Coker's just kind of headed him. He's headed the back of his head, I'm pretty sure. But surely a shout has to be involved then. But didn't he take his goal brilliantly well to say, you know, it's not the greatest throw-in from Alexander-Arnold. And then he's the one that just feeds it. And now he's looking to get in the box, you know, make the run. And it's a really good ball from Helder Costa to pick him out. But the control and the finish was...
Jim, how deliberate is that first touch? Is that the way he teed himself up, you think that's deliberate?
He had to improvise because it came at him awkwardly and it came at him from the side. So he had to just adjust his body and then get the ball to move in front of him so he could hit it. And he just did it all beautifully well.
So much fun, isn't he? Football with a smile. Living the dream.
El Loco, method to the madness.
By Salah, taken up by Sadio Mane, who's living the shape one click, made the block. Fabinho. Robertson, out by Koch, and heaved into the cup by Mo Salah.
You can forgive him that because it's on his right, and it's hard to get the control on your weaker side. And he was just hoping to get the contact right once it sat up for him. And obviously those are the ones that you need to get over that little bit more.
Chase. Anyway, has a head start.
Tyler Roberts, since he came on, just when I watched him in the friendly last week, he played the same type of position. It's almost secondary striker. Rodrigo's gone in up top in the Bamford position, and Roberts is just playing 10 yards deeper.
Fabinho.
season.
The T-shirt line, as we're calling it.
Yeah.
In the relegation year, Leeds failed to win any of their last 6 Premier League games. The last victory at this level was a 2-1 success at Blackburn on the 10th of April 2004. Stephen Caldwell and Mark Paducah with the goals that day. This is their first Premier League game since losing 1-0 to a Jesper Grønkjær goal at Chelsea. Final day of that demotion year. Phillips spreading it. Harrison. Dallas. Tyler Roberts. He's got a trick. Bright. Tyler Roberts has actually played a quarter of an hour or so of Premier League football in his relatively distant past. He's only 21, but as a teenager, he got the last few minutes of the last game of the season for West Brom against Liverpool under Tony Pulis. Finishing a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, the referee's now called it back, and the assistant did flag for the earlier foul by Click. Moments for Liverpool now where the quality is needed in full.
Thrown by Alexander Arnold. And then again by Jones. Slipped it right by Gomez. Jones, Firmino, Salah. Firmino, Curtis Jones bundles. Michael Oliver looks away.
There was a half appeal from Curtis Jones, but it didn't look as if he felt he merited it.
That's against Helder Costa.
Very little in that. Flick is certainly not trying to look to play or get his leg across. Curtis Jones.
Ran into a cul-de-sac. Controlled by Firmino, and looking to atone for his error. The Brazilian has earned himself an unnecessary yellow card.
That's a good foul. That's a good foul because
wasn't a good pass.
No, it wasn't. I mean, he knew that. He knew that he had to make amends, even if it meant giving the free kick away and taking the other card, because Harrison could have just had another punt.
Leeds have a few technicians behind the dead ball. One of those, of course, is Calvin Phillips, and he is certainly associating himself with this. Rodrigo, who's barely had a kick of a Leeds ball yet, is the other player behind it. Both proven from this range. Rodrigo left, Phillips right. It's Calvin Phillips. That's a pretty good one.
Great attempt, and he's very close, and you just have to look at how Allison, because
it's Calvin Phillips.
That's a great attempt, and he's very close, and you just have to look at Allison because he's scrambling with all he had to try and get across and be there. Should it have been on target? I think he probably would have had it covered. The Brazilian, yeah.
Calvin Phillips, the boy they call the York. There's Cooker now of a game. Van Dijk just about squeezed it through to Robertson. Jones. Salah. Wijnaldum, what a heroic block that was by Klich. Robertson.
Understandable, because over the last 2 seasons on so many occasions Liverpool did what they needed to, and they dug something out late in games.
Salah, lovely drop of the shoulder away from Dallas. Klich got between him and the ball, but it is a Liverpool corner.
Yeah, and he's struggling now, Klich. He's rolled back onto the pitch so as he can help delay things and give Leeds a little breathing space.
Troubled player, that's just Klich.
It's a tremendous block, wasn't it?
James native Poland with Cracovia. He's played in Holland with Zwolle, in Germany with Wolfsburg and Kaiserslautern, and back to Holland and Twente. There's Robertson's corner. There's Van Dijk. He's not missing from there. It's been ruled out, at least for now.
I think Michael Oliver was onto something on the front post straight away. Does he feel that
Jones?
Well, Curtis Jones didn't look as if he was hugely involved in this, yeah, but he does put his arm out just to tug him back, and that could go against Liverpool, I think.
There's the guilty party. Spot for Michael Oliver. Roberts caught on it by Jones. Jones for Salah. Roberts made the block. Of the goals of last season, his own. Jones, Robertson, Jones, settles for a throw.
Klich is feeling the effects now, and he's the one that's going to make way, and Jamie Shackleton will just be full of energy, full of running, and there will be a direct swap in midfield for Bielsa.
A dream for this boy, Leeds born, Leeds United academy product. He scored the final goal of last season, the 4th of 4 against Charlton on a party afternoon, and it has been one heroic shift from Matthias Klich, whom he replaces. Heavily away from Dallas. Harrison doubled up at fullback. Alexander-Arnold with a loopy one. That was perilously close to Mellier's back stick.
Yeah, I mean, this is completely unintentional, but I thought for a moment that it was just going to dip in and find the side netting. Just overdoes it, and Meslier wouldn't have been able to do much about that.
4 or 5 of those in every season. Meslier got away with that one. And Paul Konchesky for West Ham against Liverpool in a cup final. From the other side. Jones, Mane.
I remember doing it for my first club, Shamrock Rovers, and my first professional club, and they were all giving me stick. Everyone waiting for the box was giving me stick, and then it found the net just inside the far post, and I was jumped on.
Leeds within 7 minutes here of a famous point.
Yeah, it's anywhere will do at the moment for Leeds.
Liverpool, who've won thumpingly on their opening day in each of the last two seasons against Norwich and West Ham. Last time they failed to win on the opening day was a 3-3 draw, actually, at Watford.
Before today, Peter, 36 goals in the last 10 Premier League fixtures between these sides, both scoring in 8 of 10.
And they've lived up to a great history in this contest. Jones, Strauch, Gomez. It's funny, this is probably just about the only one of the famous English football fixtures which is remembered for its charity shields, community shields. Famous one back in the 70s when Keegan and Bremner were sent off for a fight at Wembley in 1992 when Eric Cantona got a hat-trick for Leeds against Liverpool. Fabinho, charity shield, normally a forgotten fixture. Alexander-Arnold, out by Koch, hit by Firmino, deflection, takes it behind for a corner.
Yeah, as I say, Leeds are now not putting anything together. They're just happy to defend and try and do all they can.
Alexander-Arnold, nicked away again by Strauch. Robertson miscued.
He's annoyed because he knows he had the opportunity of delivering something into the box, something decent.
Well, during their many years of exile from the top league, Leeds often had to suffer the taunts of opposing supporters, one of whose favourite songs became "You're Not Famous Anymore." At the expense of the great Leeds United. Well, performances like this will make them famous again, and they will certainly be the back page lead tomorrow. And another of the taunting songs at their expense as they blew various promotion campaigns was "Leeds are falling apart again." They haven't fallen apart today, they still have work to do. It's Sadio Mane, it's Roberto Firmino, it's Luke Ayling who gets across, and it's only a Liverpool corner.
Well done, Luke Ayling. But I'm not sure the attempt by Firmino was going to be on target then. I thought he was going to be able to find something better. I think that was probably going wide when it struck Ayling.
Robertson's outswinger, Van Dijk arriving and couldn't connect. Out by Phillips, came to Fabinho, penalty.
Rodrigo's the one who's given it away, Peter, and he basically presented an invitation for Fabinho to go down, and Fabinho wasn't going to ignore it. He's just getting a little poke on the ball. He should never have gone across him, Rodrigo, and it's a huge mistake after all the work his teammates have put in. He's just given a cheap one away.
And so 3 minutes out from 90, Leeds shoulders slump and Mo Salah stands. Potentially to settle a Premier League classic and to complete a hat-trick. Mo Salah slams it in, and Liverpool have their fourth and maybe their final lead of an exhilarating opening night at Anfield.
Well, for him, for Marcelo Bielsa, that's really tough to take. He'll probably be quite angry at the way it was given away because it was very sloppy on the part of Rodrigo, the new signing. But listen, once Mo Salah got in position, this time he wasn't going to take the chance and go down the middle in case the keeper stayed. He still went to the same side, Meslier. Salah the other way, and that should get the job done. But there is still time yet.
And you wouldn't rule out Leeds. Mo Salah becomes the first Liverpool player as a result of this challenge by Rodrigo on Fabinho. Mo Salah becomes the first Liverpool player to score a hat-trick in the opening game of the season since John Aldridge did so against Charlton in a 3-0 win. Aldridge got all three on the 27th of August 1988.
Will now go to right back, pretty sure, and Joel Matip will slot in alongside Virgil van Dijk.
The 30 years since Liverpool were last champions and since Leeds last came up as champions of the second tier, this is the third game which has, well, if it does finish this way, finished 4-3. Charity Shield, to which I referred, the league game at Ellen Road in 2000, in which Mark Paducah got all four for Leeds.
Well, if ever a learning curve was really steep, then it's this one for Leeds and Marcelo Bielsa. And there's a lot of positives he can take from today, whatever the outcome.
Extracting sentimentality from it, Jim, and forgetting that Leeds have been a big part of the story. Let's wait. Here's Tyler Roberts. Robertson away from Elder Costa. On there, domination of the ball in the latter part of the second half. You would think Liverpool probably feel they deserve to be ahead again here. They will remain ahead. Here's Ayling. from an opening day win. What Jurgen Klopp refuses to discuss.
Hey guys, it was a very beautiful game, and obviously Liverpool versus Leeds United, it is going to be a very good match, and Liverpool is now leading by 4-3, and you know Leeds are fighting good, but Liverpool has based, and obviously the match.
Down by Koch, forward by Ayling. Taken up by Roberts, who's made himself a yard here. Roberts with the cross, too heavy for Harrison.
And he's still urging them to
And just this left in the game. Leeds will send a lot forward.
well, your 4-4 is still on.
They've got to get it in. Dallas does just that. Koch wins a header. Fabinho clears. And it is over. What a wonderful football match. What a wonderful football match. Welcome back, Leeds. You are so very welcome back. But well done, Liverpool, and having the final word in a game of so many words. Topped and tailed by Mo Salah penalties, which enabled him to complete a hat-trick. Those and so much more. The Premier League at its thrilling best. And the final score at Anfield, Liverpool 4, Leeds United 3.
Well, we can only echo Peter's sentiments there. He's got 3 of the 7 goals, a joint most goals tally in an opening Premier League weekend match. And what a thrilling watch that was. And newly promoted Leeds played a big part of it. But Liverpool, 60 matches now at Anfield in the Premier League unbeaten, and the champions, courtesy of his hat-trick. His 3rd match ball, incidentally, for Liverpool, and he wants it from Alisson there. And he is getting it from Alisson there. He's played a big part again. They are off and running, but what a game. They were pushed all the way, the champions there, Mike.
They certainly were. You just saw Jurgen Klopp as we panned in on him saying wow, and I think that was a huge wow of relief because Leeds were fantastic there today. Liverpool, don't get me wrong, they played particularly well, but shown a couple of little worrying signs, certainly at the back, but that man in shot, he's dug them out of a bit of a hole there. Great hat-trick on his first day, and champions are up and running.
And the irony, Robbie, Leeds 2 big money signings, both giving away a penalty at Anfield.
Yeah, they were certainly caught in the first 20 minutes. You know, it was a bit sloppy. Obviously, the penalty, leaving his man Van Dijk, and then Rodrigo comes on and then gives a penalty away, which was, to be fair, the second half. Leeds looked like the team that was probably going to go and probably win it. Didn't have too many chances in Liverpool, so to give a penalty away in the last few minutes was very slow.
What a stage it was, and it didn't disappoint. For the first time in 16 years, Liverpool against Leeds. It's provided 7 goals and 3 points for the champions. 3 goals and 3 points for Arsenal, who are looking good, including a debut goal for Gabriel as they beat one of the other newly promoted teams, Fulham 3-0 in the first game of the brand new season. And Roy Hodgson and Crystal Palace off and running as well. 1 goal enough to beat Southampton at Selhurst Park. Don't forget, we still have West Ham Newcastle still to come for you from East London. 2 big games tomorrow. The 3rd newly promoted team, West Brom, at home to Leicester, Spurs, Everton, and 2 games, of course, to come on Monday, including big spending Chelsea away at Brighton. We will look back and dissect it all in a moment. That was the big moment in terms of Leeds and their record signing. And Mo Salah did what Mo Salah does. And the champions have 3 points to start the defence of the title.